everyone, and welcome to Adelaide Cottage podcast. My name is Shawna, and I am recording from Buffalo, New York. And I wanted to quickly show you my very new kitten. This is Peanut, and we adopted him from the SPCA last week, Friday. And he is full of energy, so he's not going to sit still very long. But I wanted to show you, oh my goodness, I wanted to show you what he looks like. Say hi, Peanut. Say hi. Look at the camera. He's distracted by all of the yarn that's in front of me. There you go. Say hi. Say hi. You want a treat? Oh, there's treats down there. That's what the problem is. Okay. Anyway, welcome to the podcast again for any of you that are new. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. And if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking a bit about knitting and quite a bit of sewing this week, actually. So I'll do knitting first, and then I'll talk about a knit-along that's going on. Actually, I'll mention it right now. It's called the Trailing Ivy Cal. It's a shawl by Alana Dacos, and she's offering a coupon code in Ravelry. If you go to the Adelaide Cottage Ravelry group, the coupon code is in one of the threads there, and it gives you 20% off through May 1st, I believe. The Cal runs through May 31st. It's a beautiful, beautiful shawl that you can wear in spring and summer and even fall and winter, but it's very springy and pretty. So, yes, that's going on. There are only a few people that have entered, so your chances are really good to receive a prize. I'll show the prizes a little bit later when I show you my Trailing Ivy shawl. What are you doing, you little fur ball? So Aiden has been asking for a cat for a very long time, and Evan, our smallest, has been terrorizing the poor thing. Not hurting him, but just chasing him and purposely scaring him away. And I'm afraid it's going to lead up to the cat not wanting to come out when the toddler's home. So I'm hoping that he cuts that out. But we just saw him at the SPCA. We had all intentions on adopting or rescuing, and he was in his little cage, and he was so tiny. He was the smallest cat there. I didn't have any preference on color or anything like that. We had to get a short hair cat because my husband is a little bit allergic to the long hair cats, and he was just so sweet. He came right up to us. Don't go near the fire, baby. He came right up to us and was very lovable and cuddly, and they told us that he had an upper respiratory infection. So it's kind of like a foster to adopt program that they have. So basically, we had to bring the medication, the antibiotic, home with us and give it to him over the course of 2 weeks, and then we bring him back to the SPCA to get checked out by a veterinarian. And as long as he's cleared and his infection's gone, then we can adopt him. So we're foster kitty parents right now and loving it. Right? You're so cute. Yeah, so that's basically what's been going on over here. Just a lot of loving on our kitten and spending time outside, which is really nice. So, let me work on showing you my whips. I don't have any finished objects this week. I'm participating in a test knit for Mina of the Knitting Expat podcast. You playing with the microphone? Huh? And I'm knitting her Budding Bluebells shawl that's going to be released, I believe, May 1st. And I'm 3/4 of the way done. I have another week or so to finish test knitting. Yeah, about 8 days. So I'll definitely have it done and blocked and photographed by the deadline. I'm working on the trailing ivy shawl, which is my cal that's going on right now. And I've been working on a pair of socks, which I love. And I'll show you those in just a minute. Cozy Memories didn't get touched this week. My Waiting for Rain shawl has been on hold since I have other priorities right now. And yeah, so the first thing I'll show you is I'm going to show you the budding bluebell shawl, the test knit for Mina, because I've made the most progress on this. So I can't give you any details. It's a paid-for pattern that will be released soon, but let's see here. I'm really loving it. It's going to be really, really pretty. It's a crescent-shaped shawl. I'm afraid I'm going to set this house on fire. I just really wanted to smell our new candle that we got yesterday. It's a Yankee candle called Jamaican Rum Punch. My husband picked it out. He wanted really spring and summery, fruity scents, so I think he mastered that. It smells really good. So I'll bring this a little closer so you can see. But there's a really pretty textured pattern in there that looks like little buds, flower buds. And yeah, and then I have, how many more repeats? 2 more repeats of the pattern to go, and then I can start the lace edging, which is super pretty. And I'm doing that in a contrasting color. So this is all variegated. This is Ocean in a Shell, Woolen Vine Yarns, in her Volga base. Here's the rest of my cake. And then the contrasting lace edging is going to be this really pretty solid alpaca sock yarn from the Wool Barn in the sand colorway. So this is 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. Does it get any softer than this? I don't think so. It's gorgeous. So I think that these two will really go nicely together. Because the Ocean in a Shell is kind of like a shell peachy color. Peachy, pinky, with some white in there even, with some tan. And then there's the really light blue that reminds you of water. So I thought that the sand would be like sand. So I thought it would be really pretty. I'm debating whether I should keep this or give it to my mother-in-law for Mother's Day, because she really likes these colors. Pink is her favorite, but she really likes light blue, and she's going to Jamaica in July with her sister-in-law and brother-in-law and a few other people. And I thought that this might... The kitten's destroying the living room. I thought that this might be a really nice shawl to bring if it gets cool at night at all. They're taking a cruise, so sometimes it does get windy when you're in the ocean on a cruise ship and you're outside. So yeah, I thought that this might be nice to give to her for Mother's Day. It'll definitely be done. It'll be done this week, so I don't know. I might like it too much and not want to give it away. I'm gonna have to think about this. And I am using my brand new ChiaoGoos. ChiaoGoo, I don't know, but I love them. I told you last week that I purchased them, and I had a hard decision trying to figure out which ones to buy. I was debating between Hiya Sharps, ChiaoGoos, and a wooden set from Knit Pro. And I am so glad that I picked these. The biggest negative thing that I've heard about them is that the cords are a little bit too stiff for magic loop. I haven't tried magic looping on these before. I've been using my Addy sock rockets for that. So I can't really tell you about the cord stiffness. I guess I can see why people would say that. It's kind of like the texture of the cord reminds me of a bicycle lock cord. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't think it would pick up what it looks like if I come closer. But it's got like twisted, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it does make it firm, but it's not too firm. I think it's just perfect. Your work isn't flopping around on you, and it's really pretty. I love the red cord. It's kind of romantic, in my opinion. And I think my cat got a hold of my cord. I'm going to have to yell at him. There are little tooth marks in there, teeth marks. So while I'm talking about them, I'll do a little mini review for those of you who care. I'm sorry if you don't. It won't be too long, but a few people have been asking me how I like these. So before this, I was using Knit Pro, Knitter's Pride Carbons, and I love them. I really, really do. I just wanted another set that I could use. Just something different to look at, different to work with. They are a little bit sharper than the Carbons, which is really nice for lace knitting, like knitting 3 through the back loop. These are perfect tips for it. I don't have any issues with that. The join is wonderful. I already talked about the cord being awesome, and their sizes are etched into the metal, which is really nice because the Carbons, it wears off of their needles on their DPNs. I don't remember if they're just printed on the interchangeables or not, but and the metal is not too slippery. It's slippery enough, but it's not too slippery, which I love. There's a tiny bit of drag, and I don't know if it's like a matted, it's shiny, but it feels like there's a matted finish, but I just love the sound of them scraping together when I'm working, and the click, I love everything about it. So I got this small set with all the small sizes, and it comes in this really cute little case. And in the front, there's a little pocket for your notions. And it came with some stitch markers. Let's see here. It came with ChiaoGoo stitch markers. All different colors. And a knitting needle ruler. Size gauge thing, and then of course the packet of keys and end caps. So this came with sizes, I think it starts at 2, US size 2, let me double check, and then extra sizes of cords. Yes, US size 2, which is 2.75 millimeters, and it goes up to US size 8 or 5 millimeter. So they're all stored in there. And then you also do get the spaces for the larger sizes. They do sell the complete sets. They sell a small set and they sell a large set. So if I ever do decide to get the large set, I will have 2 cases, I guess, but there is room to keep them all together, which is nice. So yeah, for those of you who are questioning whether you should buy them or not, I definitely love them. I think it's a great addition to my needle selection. And I really, really love working with them. So that's my review of the ChiaoGoos. I'm excited that I finally purchased them. So yeah. budding bluebell shawl. Mina Phillip is the designer. She has the Knitting Expat podcast, and I believe the pattern's coming out May 1st, or at least that's the target date. Let's see. And I'm just keeping that in one of my project bags. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so this is my trailing ivy shawl. Yes, I only knit like 2 rows on it. I feel bad, but when I was debating what to knit, the trailing ivy shawl or the budding bluebell shawl, I had to kind of look at the due dates for them. So my cal runs through the end of May, and the budding bluebell shawl is due, like I said, in like 7 or 8 days. So I had to kind of focus my time there. And I only got like 2 rows done, so it doesn't look much different. This is how it looks. I'm using the Woolen Rabbit Mr. Steelbucks colorway, Daddy Steelbucks, in their Sporty Biffle 3-ply sport weight yarn, and it's 100% blue face Leicester. But this is a really, really nice knit. I really like it. Last time I podcast, I talked about how the yarns are, I have 2 skeins of the same color, but they're very different from each other. So I'm alternating skeins every 2 rows. And you can still definitely see that there's a difference, but it looks kind of variegated now, or tonal, if you will, not variegated. So I'm happy with it. I think it's coming out really nice. So down the ends here will be pleats and some ivy running through the pleat. So I'll show you the picture if you haven't seen it yet. That's what it looks like. So it's got the little ivy vines down the side there. So if you're thinking about knitting a nice sport weight, I think it actually, it calls for DK, but I'm using sport. So you can use whatever you want. You can use fingering to make it a little bit lighter. There's a little bit of cabling involved, but definitely join. Like I said, there's only 3 or 4 people that are participating right now, but they're having a really good time. And they're chatting in the thread on Ravelry, and there's going to be a fun prize. So the lovely Autumn, who is Coddington on Ravelry and Instagram, was so kind and donated a hand-sewn project bag for this cal. And she told me that I can pick which one goes in the cal and which one I would like, but I love both of them. So I'm gonna let the winner pick. And she made these adorable project bags, which will go to one of the winners, one of them, and I'll let the winner pick. So these cute little mice. It's got a really nice handle that's removable, and it's lined with a pink and white striped fabric and an orange zipper. And this other one, it's a little bit taller, and it's lined with this gorgeous, it looks like knit stitches actually, but it's like a, oh, I don't even know what this is, like a, it feels almost like a denim, but it's a really pretty taupe color, and it's the same one as the bottom of this. So it's super pretty. I love them both for different reasons. So I can't decide, so I'm gonna let you decide if you win. So definitely enter. You have such a long time to knit this shawl. Still over, what is today? April 21st. So you have over a month. And it's not a big shawl. And it uses, you know, like I said, it calls for DK. So it's thicker yarn, bigger needles. So yeah, your chances of winning a prize are up there. And I was thinking of including, choosing a second winner possibly, or I'm going to see how many people sign up first. I think we'll do one winner for this one, because there's not a lot of people. The next time I podcast, I'm going to be announcing another knit-along that is very meaningful to me, and I think it'll be a lot of fun, but I'm hoping to have a few things prepared to show you for that podcast in regards to that knit-along. So I'm going to wait, and I'll talk about it next time, but it's something to look forward to, I guess. Yeah, so the other thing I've been knitting is I'm really enjoying sock knitting lately, and I wanted to cast a pair on the other night, so I did. And I got really far. What inspired... Oh, you know who was knitting these? It was Tink Hickman on Instagram. I love her choice in patterns and yarns and colorways. They all appeal to me. And she was knitting this pattern. This is the Wildflowers and Honeycomb socks by Olivia Villarreal. I hope I'm saying your last name correctly, but her Instagram name is This Handmade Life, and she hand makes a lot of really nice things. I love looking at her pictures. And she has patterns on Ravelry, so definitely check them out. But let me bring them closer. I'm podcasting from a different location, as you can probably tell already, and the camera's kind of far away. So this gorgeous, like, a diamond-shaped eyelet pattern. Love, 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 love. And then I knit a... What is this even? I think a knit one, slip one heel. I'm not a sock knitting expert yet. I'm sorry, guys. But I really like the way the heel turned out. And I'm on to the instep. And I have one of those sock rulers, which I'm happy I bought it because I'm using it for this. So I can see exactly how long I've been knitting the cuff and the leg and then the instep before I get to the toe. So I'm knitting these on my Addy sock rockets, which I love. I actually bought another pair of them. They are US size 1, which is 2.25 millimeter, I think. I'm sorry, I haven't memorized the numbers in millimeters. I find that when I'm knitting on magic loop, my tension is a little bit tighter than DPNs. I don't know if it's because I feel like I have more control over the needles and there's less flopping around. It's not really like hanging down on me. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. But in DPNs, I need a size 0, US size 0, to get the gauge that I want, which is 2 millimeter. So 1 in magic loop and 0 in DPNs. And I have my little Hope stitch marker here with a ribbon, which I love. And this yarn is Bergère de France Gumi 50 in the Imprim beige colorway. Let me see if I have... Yes, here's the band. And I actually bought this from Imprim, or Bergère de France's website. And they were very quick to ship it out. And it got to me quickly and safely. So what is this? It is 75% virgin wool and 25% polyamide. But I loved the color. I don't remember where I saw it first. Probably Tink Hickman, to be honest with you. But it's so pretty, and it's tones of peach and browns and tans a little bit of like a strawberry red. And then the cuff is a 3x2 rib. Love it! So I was just going to town on this sock, guys. I think I did this, honestly, in 2 days on a US size 1. So, oh, here's the sock ruler. For any of you that were wondering, sockruler.com is where I bought this. Let's see. And I have 2 extra balls of this yarn that I bought because I love the color so much. I also got another colorway when I ordered this, but I think I'm saving the other 2 balls of this yarn for the next giveaway, as a prize for the next giveaway. It's a pretty popular colorway on a lot of the websites. It's sold out, so I thought it would be fun to give it away because I ordered a little extra. 2 things that I want to knit and have been searching for yarns over the last few days is the Prairie Shawl by Susan B. Anderson. I've had my eye on that one for a very long time. I love the simplicity of it, and the edge almost has a subtle ruffle to it, and I love ruffles. Not like super ruffly, but just a little bit of ruffle I just adore. So I want to knit that, and I also want to knit the Timeless Henley, which is in the copy of Interpretations 3 on Pom Pom, the Pom Pom website. And this is by Joji Locatelli. And it is so pretty. I don't even think the picture does it justice, like on the screen here. You have to really see the book, or hop on Ravelry and take a look at the pattern, because they do sell the pattern separately for each of these designs. But it, you know who is also knitting this is Maria Manska of the Stitched in Sweden podcast, another one that I love very much. And here's another picture of it. So there's a lot of eyelets, which I really, really like. I love eyelets. And I love this yarn too. I would probably knit the medium, and it requires about 1,550 yards of fingering weight yarn. So I don't know if I'm going to dye up my own yarn for this or buy some. I don't really know, but I really like the colorway that they used here. There's so many pretty patterns in here, guys. And I was already thinking about my next knit along. Like I said, there's going to be already some yarn that I just showed you as a prize. And I also ordered another copy of this book to give away for that knit along. So definitely, because there'll be more than one winner for that one, because it's going to be a larger knit along, I think. But I was already ordering, and I was like, you know what? Shipping kind of costs a lot from, out of the US, so why not just order a copy for somebody and get them at the same time? So I ordered a second one, and there are so many pretty patterns in here. I have never knit a garment before other than a shawl. Shawls and hats and now socks, but I've never knit a sweater or a Henley, or there's big bulky sweaters in here, gorgeous, cowls, cardigans, so much. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen a lot of these designs already from other podcasts, but I could seriously knit everything in here. I like it all that much. So pretty. So yeah, there'll be this and some other goodies, so yay! So that's that. 2 things I want to knit. One thing I want to mention quickly before I get on to sewing is reading. I picked this up at the library. Many of you know I mentioned in a previous episode that I don't know anything about Harry Potter. I've never watched a movie, I've never read a book, so I'm completely lost in this knitting world right now because everybody and their mom are knitting doing Harry Potter cals or characters in the book. There's designs named after them, and I want to be a part of the fun. So I did borrow all the movies from my brother-in-law to watch, but many of you have told me to read the books because they're much better. So I did pick this up at the library, and I'm going to begin reading it, and I'll basically see if it's for me or not. I don't know. I have no idea if I'm going to like it. So I hope this is the first book. I thought I looked it up, and this is what it said. I Googled first book, Harry Potter, I think. The Sorcerer's Stone. The copyright's 1997. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm doing it. Also, I've been watching quite a bit of Downton Abbey, which I'm really enjoying. I began watching those episodes over the summer, or spring, over the spring. So I'm still in season 1, but I'm towards the end of it. And I really, really like it. My husband was working a lot last week, so when the kids went to bed every night, I grabbed my knitting and put on one of the episodes and just kind of got lost. And then I was looking through Instagram, and Jilly, who is vegan Jilly on Instagram and has the Knitting Broomsticks podcast, had a picture of some really yummy tea that is sold from republicofteas.com, and I guess Downton Abbey has a whole line of teas and they carry it. So I went on there and got some of the pudding tea that she showed on her Instagram feed, but I guess it's supposed to really taste like dessert, and who doesn't want to drink a cup of dessert that has 0 calories in it? So I got some of that and then a couple other things, and I'm excited to get that in the mail. Let's see, should I do sewing first or my acquisitions? I'm going to do sewing first because it's short this week. I've been doing a lot of sewing this week, but it wasn't for the shop. One of them was for a customer, and then another one was a personal thing, which I'm going to show you. So there's a friend of mine who already has 2 children and is very pregnant with twin girls right now, due any day. So I asked her what color the baby's rooms, the decor will be in there, and she said gold and white. So I had something in mind that I wanted to make her. At first, actually, I was just going to buy her, I thought it would be nice to buy her a bag and fill it with things that she can bring to the hospital to keep her comfortable, because somebody did that for me and I really loved it. I'm planning on including like a book, some chocolates, some ibuprofen, some gum, just some little snacks and teas and things like that, a water bottle. So yeah, instead of buying a bag, I decided to make one. And I was like, well, what fabric should I use? You know, I'm not really sure of, I know her style, but bags are kind of, if you expect them to carry it around, you want it to be a fabric that they really enjoy. So I was thinking, and I'm like, I know I want to make her a small tote bag, and I want it to be the colors of the baby's room. And so I went to Joann Fabrics and looked for gold and white fabric, and I found four fabrics like that, and some straps to put on it. And this is what I made. So this bottom part it's hard to see, but it's gold and white. And then these are little bows. I put the birds in the middle, and then the bows on the side. And then this the strap goes across the bottom and over to the other side. The top has a golden brown zipper and this different checked fabric in gold and white to keep it closed. And then the charm, the zipper pull, is I got charms with the initials of all 4 of her children, which I'm not going to show just because well, I'll show you quickly, but I'm not going to like read the letters out because it's like personal, I guess. But there's 4 little charms, each one has a letter on it. And then the inside fabric, it's a little bit of adult humor, but it matches, it's gold and white, and it matches the birds on the outside, and it says, "Who are these children and why do they keep calling me mom?" So it says that in a few different places here. So I just thought that would be a fun little bag. She could carry, you know, diapers or burp cloths or bottles or anything like that. So I'm going to fill that up, hopefully today or tomorrow, and get that to her because she's about to pop, let's be honest. Those babies are coming out. I'm a labor and delivery nurse when I worked before, and I can tell that the babies are getting ready. So I'm super excited for her. So that's basically what I sewed. And I did a little bit of quilting. I bought some fabric for another quilt, but I'm going to finish my Little House on the Prairie quilt first. I'll show you the fabric I bought though. So the quilt that I'm doing now is a log cabin quilt. Let me see here if I can find a picture of it. I probably passed it. But I am doing it in Little House on the Prairie themed fabric. Okay, so basically that's the design. You start with a little square in the middle and then work your way around. And I did 1 or 2 blocks. Oh, a block and a half. Since the last time. So I have quite a few blocks done already, but these are the 2 most recent. I did like a red and tan. And this one I'm in the middle of. So yeah, and I'm using this Quilt-as-you-go Made Modern book, which is amazing. And the next quilt that I want to make is either going to be this Rainy Days quilt, not in these prints, but the design. So it's got larger fabric cuts, or this Ballard Blocks style. And the reason I chose these larger squares is because the fabric that I picked, I really wanted it to show. I think this quilt is going to be a gift because the colors, not really the colors, but the style of the fabric it screams a family member to me. So it might be a Christmas gift. But it's The Wordsmith by Janet Clare. Now for the Little House on the Prairie quilt, I bought a jelly roll from MissouriQuiltCompany.com, which is 2-inch. You get about 40 2-inch pre-cuts of fabric. What are they, 2x9, 2x8? I don't know. But they're basically longer strips of thinner and longer. So this time I got a layer cake, which they're 10x10 squares. So basically I'm just gonna put this on batting, quilting batting, and then trim each one with either white or tan or something, black. I don't really know yet. But so there's just a bunch of words like written with those old ink pens, it looks like. And then there's, let me see. These are like little flowers. There's some olive green print in here that has these vintage like ivory roses. I don't want to take it out of the plastic to show you right now because I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it, and I don't want the squares to get all screwed up. But then there's like a taupe one with this grayish navy blue rose and green stems, which I love. Let's see what else. That one, bunch of little flowers. So you get the idea. I just thought that this would be too busy looking if I did a jelly roll. So these are going to be bigger squares, which will take less time for sure. I already have the batting for it, and I'm really excited to start it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different prints, and then each one of those has different colors, a different colored background. So yeah, I bought this on the Missouri Quilt Company website too, and every time you buy something from there, you get credits that you can save in your account and then apply them to a future purchase. Okay, acquisitions, new stuff, fun. I got my hedgehog fibers yarn in that I ordered last time. I just didn't have it to show you yet. The first one is their skinny singles in the bramble colorway. It's one of their new colorways. Super, super pretty. It has like an ivory base with different shades of brown and green, like a fawn color. And then the other one is, I love this one, Salty Tails, and this is also their skinny singles, and it's 100% merino wool. Grayish purple with brown and blue, and some black. So I don't know what these will be yet. Probably shawls. Who am I kidding? Love them. And then Molly of a Homespun House has mentioned in a few of her podcasts a beautiful drawstring bag that is made by Alex Collins Designs, and I went ahead and bought one. I wanted to try it out, and it's very, very well made. She does a really wonderful job, and she screen prints her own designs on her fabric and then makes bags out of them. And then the inside is lined with this pretty cotton fabric, and then she stamps her logo on the inside. And then she included this really cute notebook that says thankful, which I completely am thankful for everything, my life. And I've been using this for my show notes. So thank you, Alex. It's gorgeous, I love it. And then yesterday I received a very sweet package from Isabel from the Fluffy Fibers podcast. Her and I have really been getting to know each other and chatting through Instagram and things like that. And I really think she's such a down-to-earth, sweet, caring person. And I've mentioned that before, I know. But I sent her a little package before, and she was so sweet and sent me something back yesterday. So I'm just going to share with you a few of the contents. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I really enjoy seeing on other podcasts when people get new things. I really like to see them. I think it's a lot of fun. It introduces you to new yarns and new products, and it's just fun to see. So as soon as I opened this box, my husband was right near me when I did it. I opened the box and him and I looked at each other and we were like, what smells so good? And I had to like figure it out. I don't know. After I opened it all, I figured out that it was this beautiful handmade lavender sachet that she made for me. And it smells so good. So it was a mixture of this loveliness and this beautiful French soap bar. And I have to ask her, because I can't read French, if it's safe for wool or if it's for the body. But it's beautiful. I love the design on it, and it smells glorious too. There you go. So it was a mixture of these two things that made the box smell heavenly. So pretty. And then she also included some pretty pink nail polish. These teas, it's called Touch Organic. And I don't know how to pronounce these because they're written in French, but I'm definitely going to try them. And then this one is a Puka Blackcurrant Beauty. It's deliciously deep purple organic fruits to help you glow inside and out. So that looks like it would be really yummy too. And this one is rose hip, hibiscus flower, licorice root, fennel seed, orange peel, beetroot, blackcurrant fruit, orange essential oil flavor. That sounds amazing. I think I'm gonna have to have this today. Definitely. And I'll let you know how I like it. She must have heard me say that I wanted to try Zings, Knit Pro Zings, so she ordered me DPNs. She asked me what size I knit with DPNs, and like I said, with DPNs, it's a US size 0 or 2 millimeter, so she bought these for me. How sweet, Isabel, thank you. I can't wait to try those on my next pair of socks. This gorgeous, it's like a shabby vintage heart ornament. How pretty is that? I'm gonna cherish this forever. I'll hang it in my craft room. So I'm opening all this stuff and I'm getting teary-eyed as I open. She had everything individually wrapped. And everything was so me. And I just loved it. Oh, I had this card tucked underneath. I read the card first, a very sweet card with an adorable sheep. And she wrote a little, very thoughtful note inside. This adorable fabric. It looks like fat quarters, 3 of them. It's really, really pretty. And then the middle one is this pink. And then this one, oh, I love that one. I love all of them. So I think this is going to be a project bag. Or a couple of project bags. Maybe a patchwork one. That would be fun, wouldn't it? So sweet of her. Some really pretty pink floral washi tape. This skein of Squirrels yarns. It's a tonal pink color. Noisette Fing is the base. 100% merino superwash, 100 grams, and the color is late framboise. You guys are probably laughing at my French right now. I have no idea how to speak French. I'm trying. And this is their business card. They're on Etsy. I'll read, I don't know if you can get that. I'll put it in my show notes, which will be in the Ravelry group, Adelaide Cottage. And then under each episode, I put show notes. But Let's see, so it's thesquirrelsyarns.etsy.com. And then this one made me cry. She hand spun this with me in mind. I don't think you know how much this means to me. So sweet, so thoughtful. The time it took her, I'm sure, to do this, it's just really, really thoughtful and wonderful. So thank you, Isabel. It's 100% BFL. The color is Spring is in the Air, 240 yards. And it says, hand spun with love for you. But look at how beautiful this is. So pretty, beautifully plied. She did a wonderful job. So yes, those are my acquisitions for this week. I am really, really appreciating that thoughtful package and everything else that I was able to add to my knitting and sewing crafty stash. So this week there's not a shop update. I've been just kind of busy doing my own thing, knitting and spending time with family, crafting. But I will show you a few things that are in the shop still from the last time that I had either a lot of or whatever. So this colorway is in the shop. It's called Neapolitan, and it's on my Marion base, which is an MCN. I've got a couple of those left, and then this Pink Lemonade is on my Cecilia base, which is 50% non-superwash merino and 50% silk, and it's super, super soft. This is called Treehouse. It's a DK weight BFL. And this is Brackish Waters, and this is also DK weight BFL. I think I have a couple of each of these left. A couple of project bags. This little girl with her pet fox carrying a balloon. There's a little Rainbow Progress Keeper zipper pull. I have this springtime one with the eggs. And there's a matching zipper pull and a handle. This is the large size. This really pretty springtime one is a large size as well. Pink, purple, gray, and gold. And then I have these Notions pouches. So this one, the little birds. I have this pink one, the eggs, and the little girl and her fox. So yeah, that's all I have to share with you this week. Next time, like I said, I'm really, really hoping to have a very important, meaningful cal to announce and a few things to show you that go along with it. And I'm hoping to get a lot of crafting done and some project bags made for the shop and some more yarn dyed. So it's a lot of fun to dye yarn. It's definitely my favorite of the two. So yeah, that's it. I hope all of you enjoyed the episode. Make sure you check back the next time I podcast, which will probably be about a week and a half. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you enjoyed it, and you'll be notified when that episode is up. So thank you for hanging out with me today and for your feedback and your positive encouragement and all of that. I appreciate you taking the time, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.